Hey. Hi, everyone. Welcome to Sarah's Kitchen. We are live on YouTube and Instagram, and I'm going to make blueberry pie for you guys today. Hi. So if you're new to Sarah's Kitchen, my Instagram is in Sarah's Kitchen, and they're on with us live right now. If you are new, please hit subscribe and the notification bell, and you will be notified. So we're making blueberry pie. I'm going to use the dough that we made for the gata. So that is also on my YouTube. If anyone missed it, you guys can find it on YouTube. So the base of my blueberry pie is going to be made out of my gata dough. I want to try it. It's really yum, and you guys know that I like to experiment with new ideas, new ways to save time. So if I have a recipe that works well with other things, let's just use it. I'm going to make the filling right now. No, I will actually roll out my dough and put it away in the oven. This is hot. I have my little stovetop thing here for you guys to see, but I'm going to move it out of the way. By the way, happy Friday. Cheers to you all. It's rosé time here. It's 5 o'clock somewhere, but it's definitely after 5 here, so I'm way behind. I've been really good all day. Cheers to you guys. All right, so this is very simple. We're going to roll out the dough, and we're going to put it in our pie dish. I came up with this idea because one of my viewers was asking me, she wanted an idea for this pie she's making. And I said, well, why don't you just use this beautiful gata dough that we made? And she said, wow, that sounds great. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to use this gata dough and roll it out. It's just the right texture for a blueberry pie, I believe. Try it and let me know. Give me a shout, email me, or put a comment below. I love to hear from you guys. Bring some flour. Ooh, there I am. Bring some flour and lightly flour your surface. Here we go. Lightly, because flour makes your dough hard. So you don't want to over flour your surface. And you do always want to brush off the excess flour when you're putting it in your dish. I've already buttered my pie dish, and I'm ready to just roll this out. You want to get this really nice and thin. And if it does that, that just means your roller needs some flour. And recently you guys have noticed, I use this roller a lot. It's a marble, it's heavy, so it kind of makes my life a little easier. And I've been using it for my croissants, to roll the croissant. A lot of you have had questions or concerns about the croissant. Here's what I have to tell you. Yes, you add 3 to 4 layers of butter, but adding the butter is just half the work. You have to, each time you're adding the butter, you need to actually keep folding it and, doing the letter fold and rolling it out. You have to do that because otherwise you're not adding the folds, which is what you see when a croissant is cooked. You see all those folds of it and you peel it apart. Now, if you taste the tang, recently we've been doing our croissant with the yogurt and flour dough, and a lot of you are tasting it. And if it's bothering you, by all means, just don't do it. Do it the other way. Use regular dough for croissant and make it that way. I just thought we'd come up with a fun, different recipe. We're not a 3-star Michelin restaurant. I love experimenting and coming up with new ideas for things. I preach this to my kids all the time. Think outside the box. Always come up with another way of doing something. There is no one way of doing it. Everything can be made in a different way. It is just, there are my dogs. It is just the way it is. This is it. You guys saw I took a small piece. It wasn't that big. And look how thin this is. You want it to be that thin. I don't want it to be too thick. This is going to become kind of like a really thin cookie. It'll be so tasty. So here we go. I have my pie dish and it's buttered. Why not? Butter makes everything better. That is my motto. What we're going to do is brush off this flour, the excess flour on this, because the flour makes it hard, the surface of the dough. So just take a brush and brush it off. If you have one of these brushes, the stubbly ones, be careful. They kind of like to hold on and linger on, so you don't want to cook with it. That's why I have my glasses. Oh, where did my glasses go? I swear to God, I had glasses on my head so I could check with my eyes. 40s has been a joy. I'm not complaining, but I'm losing my eyesight. So there you go. I remember when I went for my 40th checkup. Oh, I found the glasses. I went to bring butter. When I went for my 40th checkup, gosh, I feel like this it's so dark, the YouTube. I will have to do that YouTube video, I think, over again. But when I went for my checkup, I was so excited that still 2020. She said, yep, you're 2020. I said, oh, my eyes are perfect. She goes, give it 2 years. I'll talk to you when you're 42. That's when you start losing your eyesight. I did. I really started losing it at 42. And so don't ask how far ago that was. That was a far ago. All right, here we go. This is going to go right in here. Try and get it right in the middle, just like that. How simple was that? This dough, ooh, I just bit my tongue. This dough is a little bit more user-friendly for what we want to make, and it's actually quite tasty. There we go. Try and get it in the center. Again, please don't stress it, people. It's just a pie. We're not charging people $20 a slice. We're giving it to our loved ones. It's going to taste superb. And they're going to say, oh my gosh, you made this at home? This is delicious. And if you tell them you made it really quick and you weren't, sweating and slaving over the stove or in the kitchen all day long to make a pie, then you'll just get more people to try your recipe. And that's what we want. We want people to get back to cooking and baking, making life easier. This is what we're here to do. I get asked all the time, what do I cook? Kanye was just asking me, what do I cook? And I said, I cook everything. My brain was very confused as to the question, which so many of you, look at how I'm primping this. Who cares? You do that so it doesn't fall in. Just do it, people. Just get in there and do it. So Kanye asked me, what do I cook? And I said, I cook everything. What do you mean? What do you like? That was really funny to me. And then when I thought about it, he goes, well, what region? Everything. In all honesty, you guys look on my Instagram page, you'll see everything. You'll see pasta, you'll see Persian food, you'll see Mexican food, you'll see Indian food, you'll see Italian food. I hate to say pasta as Italian, but you know what I mean? I do cook everything because I am more into how can I figure something out here rather than I cook this type of food. I cook everything, I bake everything, whatever I don't know how to do, boom, there's my challenge. I pop in the kitchen and I go, let's figure this out. All right, so we did the primping, and people, it doesn't have to be perfect. It does not have to be perfect. No one's coming to your home to eat perfect, beautiful pie. If you want that, buy it store-made with all the additives. This is homemade, natural, organic, healthy eating, and bless you. I'm gonna poke it with my fork. La, 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 la. My oven is set. It's gonna cook for 10 minutes with my little beans, not beans. You can, however, use beans. I will use my cooking beans, is what I call them. And I will show you guys what those are. So here are my cooking beans. These are made to cook with. And in between them, I have garbanzo beans that I've cooked with before. I like to weigh it down really well. That goes in there. This is gonna go in the oven. This is just to hold it down so it doesn't bubble up on you too much. This is gonna go in the oven for 10 minutes. And then what I like to do, I love you guys. My Instagram friends are talking to me, but I'm gonna come back and chit chat with them. If YouTube, this video is too dark, don't worry, I'll remake it again tomorrow, where when the sun is not glaring behind me, but I'm thinking maybe I should just move the camera. Oh my gosh, there it goes. All right, YouTube is happy now. I got it. All right, so this is gonna cook for 10 minutes at 350. Then I'm gonna take it out and I will remove the interior and then cook it one more time for another, maybe 7 to 10 minutes, okay? And meanwhile, while this is cooking, we're gonna make the filling for our blueberry pie. Oven is on, baked, happy. In it goes. All right, friends, I'm here. Now here's what we're gonna do. We are gonna make our filling for the blueberries, for the pie. Okay, here's my little skillet. I do it here, that way it's kind of cool and you guys can see everything. It's going to be on medium for now. So the filling, hi loves, I'll tell you guys later, we're doing 2 simultaneous lives on YouTube and Instagram. I will chit chat once this is done and I can finish up YouTube and sit and have some wine with my Instagram friends and chitty chat. Thank you, I love you guys. Okay, so tablespoon of butter. The flour always gets into my nose. It's so funny. It gets on my shirt from here, and then it just gets into my nose. 1 tablespoon of butter. This is gonna be warm soon. You know, it is what it is. And maybe not soon, maybe a little later than soon. Oh my gosh, I love you. You can't make, Leslie, this you can't eat. You can eat my dinners, and I have some desserts for you. That's my girlfriend is heavy duty keto. I have desserts for you. I'm going to make my almond cake, and that you can eat, my friend. And that is a beautiful French almond cake recipe. I love you for loving me though. Okay, so butter. This is for my nephew. My niece is visiting. Butter is in our dish. I've been stealing these blueberries. Look how big these are. These are absolutely gorgeous. They're so darn big. I really hate that I have to cook them, but I will cook them. I'm gonna pop the whole thing in there, but I want to measure and tell you guys, gosh, the sun glare is crazy. Crazy hour of the day. Okay, here we go. Let's measure these blueberries because I kind of eye everything all the time. I have pound cake. I believe I have pound cake on YouTube. If I don't, DM me and I'll make it for you. We love pound cake. Here's 1 cup in the butter. You're making pie. This is for a gathering. You know what I mean? I'm not making pie to feed my kids just out of the blue. Easter's coming up. Passover, I don't think you can have pie, so forget that. 2 cups. I'm gonna say this is 3 cups of blueberries, right? 3 cups of blueberries. I have a secret ingredient you guys are gonna love. Just stay tuned, I promise. I swear to God, 3 cups of blueberries, voila. Get it in there. And I don't need my cup of jaggery. And you know how much I love wine, right? Come on. 1/4 cup of white wine. You have to, you really must. Wine makes everything Armenian food, of course. You know, my pie dough is Armenian gata. So people, I make everything. I will make Armenian food. I made those gata cookies for Kim and Courtney and Chloe, and Chris took it over to them. I heard they loved it. I heard. Chloe told me they loved it. Okay, we will put 2 tablespoons of cornstarch. No, I'm going to use 1 tablespoon of cornstarch, 1 tablespoon at first. This is a teaspoon, so I'm going to put 2 of those in there. Okay. And to that, in the form of, yes, I will for sure. In the form of sugar, I'm going to add maple syrup. That was 1 tablespoon, 2 tablespoons. I like cooking with maple syrup. It's organic. And this thing is so darn weak. It has to be, unfortunately. So the cornstarch is going to make this kind of like a roux, how you put flour and butter into your stew to make it thicker. That's what the cornstarch is going to do for our blueberry pie. That's what we're making. And we had butter in there. We added some white wine. Well, you know, just because I like white wine. If you don't want to add white wine, don't add white wine. You can add lemon, you can add vanilla. I prefer a nice bottle of rosé, and I think my desserts like it too. And my customers love my cooking. And my fans so far have not complained, but I appreciate, I acknowledge if you don't, religion reasons, you don't want to cook with wine, don't. But know that, oh my God, it smells so good. Know that the alcohol will evaporate. So all you're really adding to it is an aroma. So it's kind of like vanilla. Also, if you're not adding wine for religion reasons, let me be the one to tell you, vanilla extract has alcohol in it. So my cooking with white wine or rosé, this is already thickening. Look how thick that sauce is. Do you guys see? It's so thick. It's really so thick already. Now, I'm not going to cook this down too much. I like this to pop in there when it's all cooking. Here's what's going to happen. Magic trick. This is my most favorite Bon Mama jam. Okay, this is our most favorite jam. Here's what I do. If I can open it. My fingers have butter from the dough. All right. Turn this on low. And then, look at that. Oh. First of all, it smells out of this world. I don't like to add spices to my blueberry pie. I don't do cinnamon and blah, 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 blah. I just don't. This is wild blueberry jam. Add it to your filling, baby. People are going to eat your pie and say, what in the world just happened? Serve this with homemade whipped cream or vanilla bean ice cream. I kid you not. Guys, try this recipe. Like everything that I've told you so far, I know y'all love it. You're gonna come back. Now, why do I do this? Because this adds different textures to your pie. You have wild blueberry, the flavor, and there's different textures. One has already been mushed up. Oh my God, I am dying to stick that spoon all the way in my mouth and just clean it. No joke, my mouth is watering. I'm dying. I'm just dying. So what happens is those blueberries are cooked and mushed. Some of my blueberries, the fresh ones, are already popping, and some are gonna stay a little firmer. So what happens is you're gonna cook this in the oven. This is seriously done. The minute your sauce thickens, you're done. I like to eat a piece of pie that has different textures to it. So you don't want to cook this to death so your blueberries all become mush. But look at that coating. Now, my fingers are not made of steel, but I want to show you guys. I'm going to burn, but look at that. Look at the coating. Ah! Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh my God. It's so good. I'm going to clean my counter too. At this very point, I will turn this off because it's done. These little skillets work so darn well. You'd be surprised. This is going to be superb. It's going to go into our pie crust. I'm just going to let this sit here and stay nice and warm. Ready? Oh my God. Oh my God. Bottle this. Bottle it up. Put it back in a bottle. Oh my gosh. Don't worry, I'm not using the spoon again. It's so darn good. And then what you're gonna do is we're going to add this to our pie crust and bake it for another 35 minutes. I will add a little bit of lemon. This is how you should be cooking. Taste it and kind of go, maybe a little bit of lemon. I think if it was white wine, it would be a little bit more tangy. Because it's rosé, it wasn't that tangy. So now I'm just gonna go like that and let the lemon do its thing in there. Some people want to add a pinch of salt. Please feel free to do so. I tasted it. Always taste before you go ahead and season, where I just added the lemon or a pinch of salt. Always taste before you go according to a recipe, especially when it comes down to seasoning. You don't know that you're gonna like it. My taste bud is gonna tell you to not add salt, and then you're gonna taste it and you're gonna say, ooh, I want a pinch of salt because I might like salty caramel taste. What do I know? You can't live according to a recipe. Kind of experiment, get out of the box, try your own thing. Hello, everyone. So this is where we're gonna go bring the pie crust. We're gonna scooch this baby over. Ah, it's hot. We're really cooking in this kitchen, people. I will go bring my pie crust and put this. I love these bottles. I save them, I wash them. When I buy seasoning, if it's in plastic, we kind of put them back in here. It's a little thing I do. And that flour is getting into my nose, boy. Okay, let's check out our pie crust. Oh, our pie crust looks so good. All right, my YouTube friends, I'm going to end this video and come back and show you the ending. Don't forget to hit the notification bell so you can get notified when I go ahead and add a new video, and give me your comments, thumbs up if you like it. I love you guys and stay tuned. Okay, Instagram.